All right. How to pass the CompTIA A+ 1100 series certification exams. So, first and foremost, if you're new to this channel, thank you for taking the time to watch this video and subscribing. If there's any specific topics that you'd like to see, comment down below as I make content from the comment section of this channel. I think that it brings the most value to you guys because you guys have specific questions and concerns, and it makes for value because many other people have the same questions and concerns that you have. And if I can answer those questions, then hell, I'm willing to do it, right? So what we do on this channel is we go over study tips, we go over a lot of productivity tips, we talk about the CompTIA A+ a lot, we talk about the CCNA a lot, we do a lot of Cisco labs as well. And I think one of the most recent components of this channel that's truly enjoyable, at least for me, is the questions of the day. So the questions of the day you can find in my community tab, and I just ask a lot of fun questions. They're fun because they can be tricky sometimes, and I try to make them trickier and trickier each week so that it gives you some practice when you go into real exams or you're doing your practice tests and stuff, things of that nature, right? Because I think the issue is not necessarily with learning the material, but it's with applying the material, and it's with recalling the material in a scenario type of fashion. Because some of these questions will give you a scenario, and then you have to use your knowledge of the topic to answer those questions. So another thing I talk about on this channel a lot in order to answer these type of questions is learning what inductive and deductive reasoning is. And I'll make more videos on that because I think that's a huge part of answering these IT questions. It's a huge part of IT in general. You got to know how to reason, you got to know logic, as well as have a lot of soft skills. But when it comes to technical aptitude, in order to apply and to audition and to interview and to go through these technical interviews, you have to be able to think logically, not necessarily to get the right answer in the interview, but to show the interviewers how you're thinking about problems, right? So it's more so how you're thinking about the problem, not necessarily the solution right away. Because you'll get the solution when you start doing these iterations of the same things over and over and over again, like common troubleshooting topics that you have to do, and maybe someone needs to reset their password, maybe an interface is flapping. You'll figure out what and how to go about solving those problems, but I think it's more so how you arrive at those answers in a systematic and a disciplined way, if that makes sense, right? So that's in a nutshell what we do on this channel. And as for the people who are saying that there aren't much material out there for the new A+, that's not true. I just did some research over the course of 15 minutes, and I found about 4 resources you can get for the new CompTIA A+ certification exams that you can access this immediately. So I'm just kind of like taken aback because I'm like, Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend, right? So you got to be on it. Here's the thing though. Those of you who are in the in-between stages with regard to the CompTIA A+ certification exams, what I mean by that is those of you who have the Core 1 under your belt, under the old CompTIA A+ certification exam, and you're wondering if you should, try to get the Core 2 out of the way for the old one, I would say go ahead and do that. If you've done the Core 1, and you know what, you might be cutting it kind of close if you're just beginning Core 2. But if you think you can study and pass the exam within 2 months, because the exam expires October 20th, 2022, this year. You have about 2.5 months, but I would say in reality, 2 months to clear the core 2 material and then take the exam and pass it. If you fail it, you can always go for another try within a week and see if you can get the old CompTIA A+ out of the way, and you won't have to recertify or worry about recertifying for another 3 years, right? But those of you who are brand new to the A+, the new CompTIA A+ certification exams came out April 20th, I believe, of this year, of 2022. And again, the old exam expires October 20th, 2022. So I would say just go ahead and study for the new A+ exams. And I'm going to show you these 4 materials in a second. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, show you how to find them and all of that. And yeah, I would say that's the way to go. So again, if you have the core 1 of the old exam, I would say just try to study for the core 2 as quickly and efficiently as possible while learning the material, and see if you could pass that exam, and you won't have to worry about certification for another recertification for another 3 years. But it'll absolutely suck if you've passed the core 1 of the old CompTIA and then don't take the core 2 in time. The exam expired. Now you're gonna have to study for the core 1 again and the core 2. And that sucks, even though passing the core 1 will probably be easier on the new exam because you already studied most of the material. You're just gonna have to add in a few more, but it'll absolutely suck. So make sure you're getting on it, and you're, you know, make sure you're getting on it so that you can pass that core 2 and get it out the way, right? So I'm just checking my volume levels real quick. So I just want to see if I have anything else to say. Nope. Let me share my screen with you guys. So this is the IPV Dre YouTube channel, right? A lot of people are asking me where I came up with that name from. My name is Andre, and IPV means Internet Protocol Version. I'm a networking fanatic, and I decided to combine my name with IPV, and that's how I got the name, right? So as you can see, this is what we talk about here: networking, productivity, study tips, cybersecurity, right? You can hit me up on Instagram, IPV Dre After Hours, or just at IPV Dre. IPV Dre is my personal Instagram. You can hit me up on Twitter. IPVDre.tech is my website, and of course, you know, the YouTube, because you're on YouTube, right? So here we go. First and foremost, before we even get into all of that, and I'm gonna have timestamps because I know you guys like to hop around. All of the material, all of the videos that I made on how to avoid failing the CompTIA A+ certification exams, the CompTIA ITF versus the CompTIA A+, is the A+ certification worth it, how to memorize CompTIA A+ acronyms, all of those videos are still relevant for the new CompTIA A+. What I try to do with my content is make evergreen content so that you can always come back to it, refer back to it, and help you to move forward with regard to your certification. Whether you're new here or, you know, been around for a while, my videos will always help you to pass your exams, right? So, and also if you're into networking stuff, check out my networking videos too. Okay, so Professor Messer, that is the first study source that you need to check out. He has a full video course up right now for the new CompTIA A+ certification exams. As you can see here, CompTIA 220 1101 A+ training course. Professor Messer is my guy. He is my guy, man. When I first started studying for the A+, I was so lost. Like, I felt so intimidated. I felt overwhelmed because I'm like, This is an entry-level certification, and I have to study for 2 exams in order to get certified. It felt like I was climbing this mountain, and it was so daunting because there's so much material. But Professor Messer breaks the material down in such a way that you understand it, even before touching a textbook. And I would highly recommend you watch his videos before you touch any textbook material. I'm telling you, get Professor Messer, watch his videos. He inspired me to make this content too, because he has a sick audio visual media creation setup, which is amazing. And he inspired me to do the videos I'm doing now, because I think back to when I was studying at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and man, it was rough, yo. It was really rough. And his videos got me through. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, because again, I was so lost. And back then, that was back in 2019 when I first started studying. There weren't a lot of YouTube channels, tech YouTube channels, of people who explained the material as well as Professor Messer did, right? And that's why he has so many subscribers. He's made such a huge impact over the course of these last 3 years, and I think he's one of the best, right? He's one of the best when it comes to making this type of, and it's for the A+. He follows it objective by objective, because you can see here, laptop hardware 1.1. Let's see if it matches. 1.1 laptop hardware, right? It matches up with the exam objectives, and you can check for yourself. 1.2 display, right? All of it is matching up. Mobile devices 1.3. So it's absolutely important that you start with Professor Messer, especially if you're new, because he's gonna walk you through point by point. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. You're gonna need that if you're new, because it creates a nice little scaffolding, a nice little structure, a molding for you to learn this at a fairly reasonable pace. And you can even split these videos up. He has 68 videos in his Core 1 course. You can split them up. You can watch a video a day and say it's gonna take you 2 months, or you can watch 2 videos a day and you can say it's gonna take you 1 month. That's what I did. I watched 2 videos a day, 2 parts, and then I read through the book after I was done with the video course. And no lie, I got certified. Okay, so I'm looking up at my certification. I got certified in 2021 in February. I started studying for the Core 1 in November. So, no, October. So it was October, November, December, January, February. I got certified in 5 months following his course. And the only reason why it would have taken me 4 months, but I was in a program and they gave me a voucher. I had to wait on the voucher and all that stuff. But while I was waiting for the voucher, I was studying for Core 2. So it took me 5 months to get certified. Maybe 4.5 months of solid studying, right? So I would say follow the course, right? And this is Core 1, right? Check this out. I believe he has Core 2 as well. Yep. He has Core 2 sitting right here. And some of you saying that there's not much material out. This is a lot of material. 69 videos. It's a lot of material. So check it out. Also, he's going into Active Directory. I don't remember him doing an Active Directory video for the old A+, right? This is absolutely essential. Active Directory. Because this is something that a lot of employers want you to know. They want you to know Active Directory. If you have A+ knowledge, you should know Active Directory. Also, I have Active Directory videos showing you how to configure Active Directory, different components of it, DHCP, right? This is the first video I did on it. And these videos, I got to make another one because these videos tend to do well because a lot of people get value from it, right? So that's Professor Messer. He has a full A+ course out. And thank you to him again, because this guy works hard. And I wonder how long it takes him to do this because it's crazy. Anyway, the next resource, CompTIA A+ Complete Study Guide, Core 1, Exam 220 1101, and Core 2, Exam 220 1102. I just had to make sure because, you know, I didn't want to mix it up with the old exams, but it seems to me that these are, you know, these are for the new exam, right? And I'm only being funny, but serious at the same time. Like, you got to be really perceptive of media and materials that's out. You got to keep up with it because these guys are keeping up with it. So this is another resource that I personally use. I personally vouch for Quentin Doctor. Cool name. The way that he writes is wait, but why does it say, yeah, it's 1101 and 1102. Yep. The way that he writes is easy to understand. Like when I read his books, it was easy for me to read the information and understand it as I was reading it. And I read through this study guide maybe 2 or 3 times before I started doing some practice questions and stuff. This is $49.99. And yeah, there's material everywhere, right? And you can buy it now. You can buy it now, right? There's nothing more I need to say about that. The next one, CompTIA A+ Complete Review Guide, Core 1, Exam 220 1101, and Core 2, Exam 220 1102. 5th edition. This is new material. It's new material. Go ahead and get it. $25. So what's your total so far? Maybe about, with tax, maybe $70, $75, right? It's the material's out there. There's no excuse. It's out there. CompTIA A+ Certification All-in-One Exam Guide, 11th edition. This is Mike Meyers. I don't really use Mike Meyers. And yeah, I don't, his style of teaching is not really my cup of tea, but everybody swears by him. His book is coming out in February. So if you're watching this and you know, you're looking for material and it's around February when you're watching this, just know that it's coming out soon, but you have 2 other resources available to you as far as textbooks go. And of course, Professor Messer, the GOAT, right? So far that's 4 material. I said 4, right? We got 5 because now we got Jason Dion. Practice exams, new for 2022. Come on. Come on. Look at this. He has 6 practice exams. I think when I was doing it, he only had 2. Yeah, he only had 2. Yeah, I remember taking 2 practice exams for each core. You guys have 6. Come on. Let's go back real quick. That was 1101, right? 1102. As you can see, I researched this stuff already. Look at that. Right? And how many practice tests? Like, I'm speechless. He has 6 practice tests. Come on. Come on. So that's pretty much it. This is Udemy, all right, by the way. Udemy. And it's $15. So that's pretty much that, right? I mean, these are the materials that I swear by. Professor Messer, the Sybex study guide. This one is written by Quentin Doctor. Troy McMillan, he wrote the complete review guide, both cores. Mike Meyers, you have to wait till February though. Also make sure you go through these exam objectives, right? And then Jason Dion, Udemy. Also, Professor Messer, go back to Professor Messer real quick. Where's his website? Yeah, professormesser.com. Professormesser.com. You could go here. He still has his yeah, he has his old courses up. He's probably gonna retire them soon, right? He also has Network Plus and Security Plus for those of you who want to study for that in the future. So watch these are the course. Get my course notes. So yeah, this is what I was looking for. You can buy his whole bundle. I bought the success bundle and I was successful. I was successful in passing my A+ exams on the first tries. These are the hardcover edition. These are both the books. Yup. Digital. We don't need hardcore unless you really need hardcover. Then yeah. So get everything. This is what I did. I think I spent $150. I don't know if he dropped the price, but I remember spending like $150. Doesn't matter. It was worth it. Go back. Same thing for course. He doesn't have the course notes for 1102 yet, but he'll get to it. I'm telling you. And then what is his A+ study recommendations? This is even more information for you guys. So of course you're gonna get his material. And these are the labs. Get the core one. He didn't have this what I was studying. So let's see. If you don't have a computer to take apart or separate for operating system configurations, you should consider these 3D and virtualized labs. Use your cloud-based lab from anywhere. This wasn't a thing when I was studying for this about 3 years ago. What is this? This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm speechless. Look at this. There's so much value this guy brings. Got the practice test packs. Come on, there's no excuses. There's no excuses. He has 3D labs. Get the A+ practice test packs, of course. These are his recommendations. I guess he didn't put the other material. Look, I'm not mad at him. He's plugging his material. Look, it all boils down to whether you want it or not, right? So that's pretty much that. What I'll do is I'll link all of these in my Discord server. You should join that, by the way. Go into the About section and click the study group icon, which you can see. Turn this off. You can see right here, this is my Discord. Go ahead and join it, right? We have a lot of cool people in there that is more than willing to help where they can. That's where I'm trying to start. Like, I'm trying to start something where a lot of people with good intentions are helping each other, right? So I'll put all of this in my Discord group in the study resources section. And that's pretty much that. You have 5 solid pieces of material that you can choose from. There's more than enough information out there for you guys to study for and pass the CompTIA A+ certification exams, the new ones. And that's pretty much it. If you like videos like this, click right here, and I'll talk to you guys next time.